Hi, kiddos. I just wanted to say hi on this Friday morning or afternoon if you're doing it later in the day. But I want to go over what you're doing for e-learning for May 1st and Monday, May 4th. Can you believe it's May already? No, it's not my birthday month. All the kids always ask me that. My birthday was in April. So for May 1st, Friday, May 1st, we will not be having a Google Meet. So we'll be at school packing up our classroom. And I emailed you about all this so you can read the email that I sent you, which is one of your tasks that you'll see on the screen here. But before you do your email, be sure you stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with the Eagle and Mrs. McGalliard. And then remember during your moment of silence, all the doctors and nurses and people out there trying to keep people safe and well. So remember those people. And then go ahead and check your email. And then all the details that I was talking about earlier are explained there. And then remember to do your special classwork. When I was checking grades, I noticed a lot of people are not doing Mrs. Rittenhouse's music work. So be sure you are doing that. And we will keep your recorders for next year. They will be packed up in the music room. So she will have all your recorders for the beginning of next school year. So don't worry about those, okay? And then for the math review, you're going to click the link there, like always, and you'll need to type in your name, and there's a lot of rounding. It's been a while since we have done rounding, so you'll need to get that little part of your brain working again, get the rust and the cobwebs out. And then there are a few story problems about Jocelyn and Mr. Denmark. Here's some division, which is just like multiplication. Use your multiplication chart to help you if you need to. This is no race. There is no time test here. So take your time and use your multiplication charts to help you. And then we have area. This is the last time that there are going to be the little unit squares. The next review you do, you will have to use your multiplication strategy. So it would be 3 times 5 would be 15, just like an array. Remember we talked about arrays being 3 times 5, so, or 5 times 3. So that's what area is. It's just a basic array. So you can use your unit squares and multiply that. Then remember to always submit. So that will take care of one of the math assignments. Then extra math, that is to be done every day because you may not want to do it every day. I know. But we are not doing our rocket math. We are not doing our daily morning math that we do all week. So we are missing a lot of things. If we were in school, we'd be doing a lot more practice. So extra math is taking that place of morning work and the rocket math. So that is one reason why I have you do it even on the waiver days, because I work on waiver days. And so that is a day for you to also work. So remember on e-learning days and waiver days, it is like school. So we need to be doing that work. And then the other math assignment is doing 16-2, which is perimeter. Perimeter is like a fence around a shape. So if you choose perimeter here, it is finding out the area around a shape. It's not the inside. Remember how we did the rug activity when I played that one video? Okay. If we did perimeter, we walked around the outside edge. We did the area, we stood on the rug. So kind of pull that out of your memory. So if you need to go back and watch a video, I might add that one video again here, so that might look a little different. And then with social studies, you have 3 tasks here. The third one here, the tour of the states, you might think, but that has nothing to do with Dade County. But when I watched it again, it talks about the economics. and he draws on the map the things that make that state popular for and help its economics. For instance, at the beginning was Wisconsin, and he drew cheese. Wisconsin has a lot of dairy farms, and they make cheese at these dairy farms, or they send their milk off to factories to make their cheese and cheese curds and different kinds of milks, buttermilk and different kinds depending on the cows. And not chocolate milk though. Brown cows don't make chocolate milk. So this tour of the states is talking about the economics. And economics is basically money and how we use money or save money. And that goes along with the video here you're going to watch first on wants and needs. It's only 4 minutes, so watch that video. There's a brain bop video towards the middle, so that is part of the video. And if you want to watch Tour the States again to see some of the popular um, economics of each state and what makes it have a lot of money or helps it grow its money, and then you could do the IXL. Then the last thing you're going to do has 3 tasks, but these are fun, 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 fun. So you're going to listen to this book. It's a cute little book called Mancha, Mancha, Mancha. And that is onomatopoeia right there in the title. Onomatopoeia are when authors use words to make the sound, just like mancha, mancha, mancha. The word made the sound. So there's a lot of onomatopoeia in that story. So, so gobbling on this first page is an onomatopoeia word, and it's going to be filled with more onomatopoeia words as you go through. And if you still don't hear them, then Jack Hartman can help you. And I know it's kind of like first grade, but Jack is a pretty cool guy. And he goes to the alphabet telling and giving examples of words. Look, so the words he's saying are onomatopoeia words, which give examples because what you're going to do, and this is different, guys. We've never done a Google slide like this, so this is really something you have to pay attention to, okay? So watch carefully. I don't want a million emails, but Miss May, I can't get this to work. Watch. Okay, here we go. So this is not a Google form. It is a slide. You're thinking, Miss May, I don't know how to do this. Yes, you do. You will. Watch. Watch it a few times. Rewind it if you need to. As my videos are pretty amazing because you can go back and check. So the first thing you need to do is come up here to the top and change it from my name to your name. So if I want to choose Madeline because she's number 1, Madeline, okay? And I can click off that and it has saved it now to her name. And so it's kind of small at first. So you're going to take your little cursor here, your arrow, and come down to this little line. Do you see how that changes? And you're going to slide it down. You don't need that part. And then if you still need to make it bigger, you come up to view. See how it changes and highlights to view? And then you're going to go to zoom, make it 100%. And there it is. This is a poem. So when you have groups of lines in regular stories or books, we call this a paragraph. But in poetry, it's called a stanza or verse. So you're going to need to know that because down here, you're going to, I guess it's over here. which of the following words in the second verse is an example of onomatopoeia? So the second verse would be right here, this section. Okay, this is the first verse. Croaking toads is the second verse. Just like in music, right? You have verses and songs. Third verse and your fourth. Sometimes they're called stanzas. So this is called noises on the farm. Here are the directions. At the top it says onomatopoeia. Directions. Onomatopoeia words are words that imitate an actual sound. So if we imitate something, we copy them. Sometimes your younger brothers and sisters want to imitate you by acting like you. Onomatopoeia words are not literal. You've thought about that before with idioms, right? Idioms are words that aren't literal, like the idiom, can't think. I can't think of one off the top of my head. That's bad. So an idiom costs an arm and a leg. Well, if you buy something, it's not actually costing you an arm and a leg. It's an idiom. It's not literal. So onomatopoeia words are not literal. They are imitating or copying a sound. They're, they are a type of figurative language, just like idioms. Zap, zoom, and buzz are examples of onomatopoeia words. They tell readers about the sounds in a text. Read the passage and answer the questions. Then take the challenge. So here's the poem, Noises on the Farm. So you know that ducks quack and honk, bees buzz, roosters crow, make cackling sounds, and hens cluck. So after you read through and talk about the cackling hens and the rooster cock-a-doodle-doo, then you're going to come over here. Now this is the fun part. So I took my finger pad and I moved it left to right, and my picture is here in the way. I wonder if I can. I did. So you're going to look at number 1. 1A. There are 2 ones. Which of the following words in the second verse is an example of onomatopoeia? So I look at the second verse right here. Is flying in that paragraph or in that verse? No. What about the word buzzing? So here's the word buzzing. Is it in the second verse here? Yes, it's right here. Here's the word buzzing, which is letter B. We don't even need to look at C and D necessarily because it is hello, an onomatopoeia word. If I say the word hello, is it making a sound, imitating a sound? No. Is the word song imitating a sound? No. So you're going to come over here where it says drag each rectangle over to the correct answer. You're going to see how it changes from an arrow to 4 arrows. I'm going to click and hold down. See how it changes with the blue? I'm going to drag it and put on top of the letter B. And now there are only 4 left because I have 4 more questions. So you're going to read the question, decide on your answer, come over here. It goes from 1 arrow to 4. Click, hold, drag it with your other finger to whatever the answer is, okay? I don't know if it's D. I'm just showing you an example. So that's how you do that part. Then down here, I'm going to take my finger pad again and go left to right. And this is the drag and reshape the rectangles over words and phrases. So note that every rectangle may not be used. So you're going to go to verse 1 And you're going to highlight words in verse 1 blue if they are on onomatopoeia words. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to drag my blue with me, maybe. It will work, maybe not. Nope. So I have to come up here and find my onomatopoeia word first. Did you hear or see any onomatopoeia words? I did not. So no highlighting blue. What about onomatopoeia words in verse 2? I'm going to come up here to verse 2. I did. I saw a lot. So I think I'm going to use a lot of red. I'm wondering. Hold on. Let me. Okay, I need red. So here's red. I heard the word ribbit. And see, I'm going to change that so it fits on ribbit. And then I can click off. And I need another red. I want to move that up here. And scroll back up. Ah, there's something splashing. There's another red one. Then buzzing. A good one. I have to make this work for you a little bit. So we know we don't need the blue, right? So you just move that out of the way. And then you're going to do the same things with green. So pull up some green ones into this box. And green is, hold on. Is onomatopoeia words in verse 3. So go to verse 3, because remember this is verse 1. This is verse 2. This is verse 3. Cackling hens argue over food as a proud rooster crows a cock-a-doodle-doo. Chirping crickets play their tune while meowing kittens play all afternoon. So you're going to use your green up here. You'll have to make sure your page is pulled down. Okay. Clean. So you'll need to find some of the other ones in that verse, in the stanza. Now on this one, you might be thinking, how am I going to type on that? We'll see how my arrow changes from 1 to 4. Click inside, and now there's a blue box. Double click on the line, and now you have your flashing cursor. So you're going to name at least 4 onomatopoeia words from the poem. You can't really circle your favorite one, but you can write me a sentence. So if I write the 4 words like meowing, meowing, I can make a list. So I want to not just make a list, I want to need to write it in a sentence. 4 onomatopoeia words from the poem are, I can make a list. Meowing, and then you finish it out, right? Go down to the next line. I will have to hit return 2 times. My favorite word is, then you write what it is. It means I say meowing. Maybe I should write meowing means the sound of a kitten. Meowing is my favorite onomatopoeia word because I like I like how it sounds. So you're going to write me 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences because you're telling me in the first sentence, making a list of 4 onomatopoeia words from the poem. You're not going to circle anything, not on this. But you are going to tell me which one is your favorite. So you would write a sentence. My favorite word is X, whatever it is in the whole poem. Choose one. If you don't have one, make it up. And then you're going to tell me what that onomatopoeia word means. So I said meowing means the sound of a kitten. And then you're going to tell me why it's your favorite, even if you have to make it up. Or say, I don't have a favorite one, but if I had to choose one, I'd choose meowing, and it could be my favorite because, and tell me why. So make it up. We have to answer questions, whether it's our favorite or not. Okay? So there is what you're going to do for reading. I know it's only looking like one assignment, but there are a lot of parts. So you might want to do a little bit on Friday and a little bit on Monday. We'll wait until Monday to do this one, okay, since it is last in your list. So you're going to have to use a lot of fingering on your finger pad here, okay? And so there's left to right. I'm trying to see if we can close this one. I don't think so. Anyway, okay. So the more challenging part is over here, but I know you guys are good at computers. You'll be fine doing this. Just remember to drag it up from here, but we decided we don't need the blue. Just red and green are going to be used. So just pull those up, click, hold, and drag. Click, hold, drag. You know how to do that. Been doing this since kindergarten with that program I used in kindergarten. That was like Success Maker, Waterford. You guys been doing that since Waterford. So I know you know how to do that. Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes, which is an idiom for don't try to trick me. Okay, you know how to do this. So if you have any questions, you can email me, but remember, take your time, practice. There will be more of these, so it's good practice to learn. And I will look at them to see how well you did. Okay, there is no reason to be frustrated over this. It is fun to learn about onomatopoeia. Okay, so I think that is all I have for today's and Monday's lessons and activities. So be on your best behavior, help mom and dad around the house, go outside, enjoy the sunshine on the non-rainy days, and have a great weekend. See you guys later. Bye.